3 rabbits.
What was that?
I have such important notes as Birch weighs 3 rabbits.
Birch
Birch
weighs
weighs
3
three
rabbits.
rabbits.
Birch weighs 3
You
rabbits.
never know when that's going to be important. You need to take track of that stuff.
Okay. So,
For example, it'll be helpful if I ever need to cast Catapult on you.
Ooh.
I literally went up to look. I literally went to look what the weight of a rabbit is, and I started typing wabbit for some reason.
Wabbit season.
Congrats.
Birch season. Wabbit season.
It's working.
Birch.
This up.
And we'll have to see. I do wonder how much Max is going to get away, because there's a price difference here that we could push potentially because we're in a different world. But I also have no idea what the equivalent currency we have is.
How much did I steal?
That's too loud.
You
Someone
stole-
else wrote down the currency.
I did.
as far as I know.
I have it.
Okay, if I remember
Equipment. We have 20 Golex. Golex?
Golak.
However you pronounce it is
I
the new
stole
canon.
5.
However, every single time we'll pronounce it different, and every
How many
single time
rabbits
it's
was
correct.
it that Birch weighed?
3.
3.
3?
3 rabbits. However, we are not 100% sure, if I remember the conversation correctly, how much a rabbit is on their world.
Roughly
Or
5.
if it's even the same thing.
Birch is
Roughly
roughly
1/3
All
of
that
one
matters is compared to whatever Catapult demands.
This is true.
I would
I'm
say roughly
calculating here.
15
Hold
pounds.
on.
Birch is roughly 15 pounds.
15
15?
pounds?
If rabbits are the
Wow.
same
This
as
is
real
like
life
18
Earth,
Yeah.
pounds, but maybe 3 big rabbits.
But Birch will weigh more on this planet. To be clear,
Birch can't fly.
Birch cannot fly
Yeah.
on this planet. To be clear.
Oh,
So
Okay.
basically, when we hit their planet, you're going to be able to throw everybody.
So as soon as I reach 3rd level, I can catapult Birch.
we are
I mean,
third
No,
level.
as soon as I reach 3rd level spell slot.
An important
Oh.
detail.
Because it's 5 pounds per spell level. Hi everyone. Welcome to Digital Dice.
Hi. Yeah.
I'm being
Hi,
informed
everybody.
that I need to be turned up.
So you need to be
Oh.
turned up?
Wait, do we have someone actually in chat? Hi.
Alright, you're
Yeah,
turned
you're
up.
vaguely
You try saying
quiet.
something again.
Hello.
Hang out loud. No, stop. No, stop.
Am I too quiet?
No, I think you're good. You're good for me at least.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool,
hello.
indeed.
Hello, people.
Okay, Becca froze, but she froze. There we go. Yeah, it's hard. It's confusing because sometimes Discord will freeze on. Never mind. Okay.
I'm gonna quickly mute Discord. Danny, keep talking.
What? Huh?
Keep
Don't
talking.
stop.
Okay. Hi. I didn't have time to mentally
Okay,
get
yeah,
into
you're fine.
character.
You're just a little bit quiet. You're fine.
I need to mentally get into character.
Right, right.
Do some voice, you know,
Hmm.
exercise.
Leviosa. Oh.
There you go. You're completely in
I,
character
I
now.
hate this.
Get deep.
Wait,
Oh.
I'm not watching the stream, and I never have, and I don't know how.
Oh, I mean,
And I'm
you
too afraid to
want
ask at this
to-
point.
And
It's been too long.
What did you say, Becca?
I just put the link there. You don't. I mean,
Okay.
I never watch it while we're playing, but
You can always watch the video later.
Mhm.
Anyways,
it'll be on YouTube.
let's give a quick recap, real quick. Our
Oh, God.
adventurers
Out
are
camera.
on the planet Val'terra. They have recently met the god of this system, Valizon, who has made clear that he wants to go to their home planet of Val'terra, and subjugate the followers of Radin there in order to help defeat Radin.
Reasonable.
Reasonable, yes, perfectly fine.
Thank you for using the actual word subjugate. Because let's be clear about what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
They have also found out that on this planet, people don't really die when they're killed.
Well,
They're usually brought back to life by the goddess Val'terra. in this campaign, planets and suns have gods and goddesses that share their name and their powers, essentially.
It's like real world.
Just like the real world, just like how I can pray to Earth right now and make it rain. I have that power. Don't ask me about it. Okay.
Creative mode in IRL.
So we left our adventurers after Fortuna deftly took some currency, which she does not know the value of,
Nope.
and was able to trade some of it
stealing
and
shit.
some of Bethany's Val'terra spices for some spices from Val'terra. And,
Which I
believe
need
that's
to
where we
add
left
to
our
my
adventurers.
equipment.
Yeah, we brought some spices.
Yes.
I don't think it ever got a name. I'm missing a name.
It was Sun. It was. We did get a name, but I can't remember what it was called.
Okay, we're gonna come up with a new
So I'm
name.
just gonna
right now.
call it Sun Spices.
Sun Spices. Yes, exactly what they would call it.
Yeah,
Soul
I wrote
spice.
down-
Because it was specifically weird because it allowed Trent to get nutrition from food instead of blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that we know that.
And it
That's
was
boring,
it was shiny and spicy.
Yes.
I wrote down specifically that it was potentially heavy iron and cured food like salt.
I
Yeah,
believe
gloves.
I was looking for a table with some valuables.
Table with some valuables. Okay.
Oh God. Oh boy.
For valuables, do you mean something like that would be valuable to you, or something that you think is valuable to the people around you?
Something shiny with precious metals or gems.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
you
think-
can tell that most of the valuable stuff that you speak of is actually in weapons. It seems that the people of Val'terra really value weapons over pretty much anything else.
That is a bit harder to steal.
Unfortunately. And again, may I remind you that everyone around you is armed.
Ah,
I remember that.
yeah.
Hmm.
What are they all like
You need
melee
to steal
weapons?
right
or are
now?
they- Like-
There's a diverse amount of weapons. Like some of them are unarmed, but you can just get the sense that they, know how to use their fists.
Other
and
methods.
yeah, and
Sorry.
What was that?
basically,
I-
they are diverse, but they are all armed.
Do
all
they
are
have-
I am
dangerous.
wondering, when you say armed and you say potentially fists, do they also look like? What's in the-
Oh, you
Uh,
want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers? Sorry, go on.
What? Do they look like there's a lot of magic casters around as well?
Yeah, there's
magic
some
users?
people that seem to be well, it's a little bit of a mix. So like you can tell that there's some arcane about them, but they still are, more armored and fit than your normal magic caster. There's not
Okay, so even the magic casters are like
ready to brawl down.
throw down.
Buff magic.
That's a mood.
We got Elder Knights all over the place.
When? Sorry. Well, so there's nothing with like nothing small and valuable. No necklaces.
Dagger, maybe.
Not
Around.
really, no. You can
Well,
tell
now
that these
I'm
people are
bored.
very practical.
Now I'm bored.
Can I get since we're walking around in a marketplace, are there like sign? Oh wait, I can't read the writing, can I?
So I struggled with this because it's like D&D very strictly has a common language, right?
Yeah.
And in my own world
There wouldn't
building,
be.
these are the direct sideways ancestors of the tieflings on Val'terra. So I would imagine that they would speak a similar but different language to that
Seal?
language.
Yeah.
But also that would be really mechanically very difficult.
Yeah.
So
Boy, if it might help, I'm thinking almost like these people speak English, but they're from Ireland. right? So
They
it's
have a
like, or
dialect.
it's Quebecois French
I'll
versus
say this. They speak
European
common.
French.
It's a little weird to you because it is very different, but you can still kind of understand it.
Mhm.
We
But
don't
the
get
writing
any
is completely
videos.
different. The writing
It's
is
like
completely different.
It's like how like it's like how people who speak like there's like a whole slew of different dialects of Spanish, and you can have a conversation with someone in Italian and get the gist of what they're saying because
Kinda, yeah.
the source is so strong.
But the
Yeah.
writing is completely different. I'll say that.
Is the writing like the Versailles writing though?
It's close enough that I believe that you and some other people in the party might be able to recognize some of it. Yeah.
That might be me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Specifically, I would like to know if I can recognize the numerals because I want to try to get like a beat on like if there's things written down, like price tags or anything as we're walking past. I want to get a beat on if I can get a sort of sense of like the prices in this place.
Numerals are interesting because in our own world, numerals are actually very normalized. But,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I was hoping. Even if, sorry.
Well, yeah, but that's also because of. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to go into history here.
I want to talk about the history of New World. No.
Well, at the very least, I would hope that the Versailles might have common numerals with them because those seem.
Yeah, in your studies, you've noticed a different way of writing numerals that you sort of understand here. You're not exactly able to know for sure, but you get the gist of the prices of things around here, sure.
Oh, okay, and
let's see. So what are you looking for specifically, like common foods and stuff?
If I can get basically a handle on any way to translate this into a gold value or like the currency rate.
For example, you see a place that's serving a hot meal.
Yes.
Now, of course, food may be different to source or whatever, and very different across the world and stuff. But
people gotta eat, mostly.
Yeah. Let's say a meal that costs around 2 gold in Val'terra is about 5 guleks.
Okay.
3.5 conversion rate.
Okay, but it's not quite that clear.
Yeah, no, I would assume because it's probably like different. Like,
right, because of course, you know, in a society that mostly hunts meat and where everyone can do it, it's very different than a society where you've got specialization.
It's farming.
Exactly.
Farming and cooks and some meat hunting, of course, but also cattle and I don't know how and you know.
The agriculture of Val'terra is a very confusing subject to you. How about
that? Okay. What about you mentioned that there were weapons. Did they look like if I take the 2 to 5 Golek rate, is that if I go to like the price of a dagger of like I think 5 gold? This is the price of a dagger in normal.
Yeah, so here that's a good question.
2 gold. A dagger costs 2 gold in the player's handbook or
say
whatever.
a dagger costs about 6 guleks.
Okay.
Man, I can't even buy a dagger with the guy's gold I stole.
So 20
Need to pickpocket more people.
Yeah, the 25 guleks we have is not a lot because it's gold is worth more. So I think we did get a good conversion rate because I believe we sold that guy at like.
Yeah, because that guy was like, "What the fuck is this? This is cool."
Yeah. How much did I give him? I think.
Gave him a bunch. But we got a bunch of stuff in return, and I don't know if we wrote it all down, but I think we got just like supplies.
Worst case scenario, we can look at the VOD as well.
No, I don't think I gave him a bunch of gold.
No, you didn't. I think it was like 3 gold or something.
Yeah. But we did give him spices.
That's mostly what I traded with. At some point... oh, sorry, go on.
Are there like a lot of other people walking around? Or like how many I'm trying to think of a word that like
civilians?
Yes, thank you. That word.
Citizens.
Yeah.
So that is a word that really wouldn't translate well into this world.
Well, that's fine. How many people are walking
Oh,
around?
how many people are walking around? Yeah, so there are
Yes.
quite actually, you notice there's a lot of hustle and bustle. You don't know if it's normally like this,
Okay.
but it does seem like they are mostly converging around getting to the portal.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
does it
And
look
get-
like
Getting ready, to go to Val'terra.
so? Even just the people we see around here are they sending people through the portal right now?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember
Wonderful.
that.
Do I see anyone with a particularly big coin purse?
How is that?
Fortuna's gonna fund this entire party.
Yeah, you do. But he notices you first.
Oh.
What? Oh.
Sorry. Because he looks over to you guys and he's like, "Wait, are you off-worlders?" And he looks at you directly up and down.
Oh, they are. I am showing them around.
Oh, okay. Well, I might foreseek your services actually if you are not going to be preparing for going to Val'terra.
I mean, we were a bit preoccupied. We
Well-
were going to see the big
Hey,
man,
Yeah,
if
the
you all
temple.
recall, which that was our mission. We were going. Our thing for the day was we were going to see the god. We were
Yeah.
going
Say
to
that out
talk to
loud.
God, and then we got sidetracked.
And then we got
I don't.
sidetracked.
No, I
What do you
don't. I
say?
don't. I don't. I don't
D&D.
think you can say that out
Yeah,
loud.
yeah. What do you say specifically in front of the new person?
I mean,
Oh,
we were
well.
preoccupied.
We had other plans, but if I could get your name, maybe we could help you in the future.
Yes. My name is Leo. Me and my wife would very much like to purchase your abilities if you're not occupied with going to Val'terra.
Oh, I've heard that line before.
No.
Exactly.
I'm actually gonna like put my hand on like her shoulder and just like kind of shake my head like no.
Now, when you say purchase our abilities, do you mean our lovely guide here, or do you mean that you need help from off-worlders?
Specifically someone who isn't busy with the war effort. My daughter has gone missing, and I am
Oh,
much
that's
too
not-
busy. I'm much too busy to see to it myself. But if someone here is more available, then I would like to purchase their time, as it were.
Side quest.
I've also heard that one before.
Jacob is everybody. Jacob is here.
Oh, hello, Jacob.
Wonderful, delightful
Ah,
child.
He's so cute, lightly toasted.
Again, we are a bit.
Insight
we-
check.
Inside.
Inside check?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
inside check. No inside because I have negative wisdom.
11. Ouch.
Okay.
Ouch.
Yeah, he seems more
Oh, I want to do a roll.
occupied than anything, but he does
let's
want
try it.
this resolved. Yeah, he seems
Really?
more occupied than anything, but he does want
I
this
guess-
resolved still.
I guess my question was how concerned. Wow.
I don't. He's like trying to turn around.
I got
Alright.
really good insight.
Yeah. Okay. So Birch sees that he's more frustrated than anything, and really sees this as more of an annoyance than a pressing issue, but something that he should still attend to because he's a dad.
I finally got to click that shit.
I
So.
was about to say he doesn't seem very concerned.
What a lovely father.
To be fair, out of character, real quick, no one can die in this world, so
True.
True. This is so true.
People could definitely die.
Oh wait, yeah. Can they die here, or is it no? Yeah, it's only on the battlefield that they can't die. I think.
So what you've heard is basically, that whenever people are killed in battle, they're brought back to life.
Hmm.
But if they die, like, falling into a pit, then tough luck.
Well, you'd have to ask someone about that. Or fall into a pit and find out.
Yeah, sure, mister. We'll find your daughter. Hey, what happens if you fall and like die?
What if you fall?
You slip on a
Are you down
banana,
here?
crack your head open.
We're not asking.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I am sorry to hear about your daughter, but that was not the kind of offer I was expecting.
Yes, of course. Return to your business then. If you decide to change your mind, please reach out to me. I'll probably be at the portal
Just like
soon.
denying all the side quests.
Yeah, he's like, I will go stand with an exclamation point over my head over here.
yeah. We do that.
Are you
Jacob.
not concerned about finding her in a timely manner?
Well,
I'm
I
surprised.
know that her motives are sometimes confusing, but I'm sure that she will join us on Val'terra soon enough. We have much to
Wait.
do.
Is this a child or an adult?
She is
That's
16. She is very close
Oh,
to
that's close
adulthood.
enough to an adult.
child.
Yeah, definitely an adult.
Mixed responses of like, oh, child, adult, adult.
Oh, no.
Some of us grow up faster than others.
Life was hard back then for a 16-year-old.
Some of us are not that much older than 16.
Like 16 is fully grown.
Oh, yeah.
You also don't really know if if they judge age, it doesn't matter. Let's finish what we came to do, and then we will consider this offer.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I believe we do have other business. At the very least, we were close to getting to the armor place, and then we have someone to go talk to.
There's another cat.
Oh,
Yep.
wait.
So,
There is.
what now?
Armor place.
That's right. And I would like to track down a hand axe.
Ooh,
Maybe
yes.
we need to do some side quests to get money.
Yeah, that's.
We should also
Maybe
probably
actually
figure
we
out what
should-
the main quest is, and
It's
then
talking to
or
God.
It's talking to
If you
God.
open your
We know what
quest
we have to
book-
do. I just can't remember what we were going to talk to him about. Is the problem.
You
I
know
know
what?
we were going to talk to him.
I
Actually,
thought someone was gonna ask like, "What the heck?"
I think
Yeah,
it
you
was
were gonna
specifically
talk-
because we were like, he was like pontificating. We were like, we don't have time for this. We're fucking tired.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were going to come back today.
We skipped the dialogue.
Yeah.
yeah, we
skipped
just
the
dialogue.
You just press A to the dialogue, and now you're like, "Where's the fucking quest?" You look in the journal, and it's like a very, very sparse definition. You're like, "Oh God, oh no."
God, I gotta pull up the Wikia.
Yeah, we kind of. Maybe we could use some funds. How much money do we have?
True. Looking at, I think we have 20.
I got
20.
5 of whatever the fuck this is.
How much
Looking-
was the side quest guy willing to pay us?
We didn't even
Didn't really ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure didn't.
How far away
Turn around.
have you gotten?
turn around.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Do you guys actually reach out to him?
I do
Yes.
actually turn around.
Let's see. Yes, I would give 100 guleks for the safe return of my daughter.
I do these cats.
We can get like
20 daggers.
100 each.
If you must press me, I could give up to 200.
That was easy.
So, how's this daughter of yours?
Yeah. What information can you tell? Where did you see her last?
Last I saw, she was going to the forest. She has distractions there. Usually she returns within the day, but
Distractions.
Distractions.
And you said she had motives, unlikely, ununderstandable as they are. Would you be willing to tell us a little bit more about those?
She does not always agree to our culture. But it is merely whisperings from someone else. It is not important. I'm sure that once she comes to Val'terra, she will see the greatness of our ways.
The distractions is the forest.
Yeah.
Roach is like, I want to go to a forest right now.
I want to get distracted in the form.
You want to get distracted in the forest.
You would, of course, require payment at least half up front,
Half up front,
in
yeah.
order, as is normal.
I can give you 75 guliks up front.
Looks at Trent. Done.
Wait, what? Look at me!
Because you were the other one negotiating.
I was waiting to see what everybody else did, and you just agreed.
I'm
Alright,
not
fine.
shopping for a hand axe.
New party leader.
Fine, I
That
guess.
money for armor.
I
You don't
guess.
even know what gold is worth, let alone gulaks.
Alright, fine.
Well, I got some sort of. I don't understand translation, but this is
No,
probably.
I
like-
mean, you don't even know what gold is worth, like, in your own
Oh, yeah.
homeworld. You're
Yeah,
just
that's
a
fair.
spoiled-
Like, sure, that sounds decent.
Yeah, okay, Trent's gonna be like, alright, I guess we agree, and hold out his hand.
Why are you the ones that get sold onto the funds?
Because I'm the responsible one.
Okay, this is what he's gonna say.
Edwin.
He's gonna count out the 75 gulaks, and he's going to say, I'm venturing to Val'terra within a few hours. My wife, Angela, will be staying at least one more day. Find her whenever you return our daughter, and she will pay you the rest, I'm sure.
Right.
Do you have like an address?
Yeah,
Um,
let's say we get the address.
yeah, you get the
Yeah.
address, sure.
Get the address.
Addresses are kind of weird, but you kind of understand it. Circle it.
We can figure it out. We can ask for directions. What did he say his wife's name was?
Angela.
Angela.
Angela. It's like angels.
My daughter answers to Emma.
My wife's name is Angela. My daughter answers to Emma like she's a dog. Right.
She refuses to answer to her real name just because she can't hear it.
Her real name is.
Now I regret it.
Syllables in this language we didn't know, like we just haven't run into somehow.
Completely unpronounceable. It's fine. The consonant our mouths literally can't make.
Half
Alright.
of their like speech is in like hyper frequencies. We just don't know. We're just not
Oh,
hearing
God.
half of
Yeah, we're
it.
just not hearing it.
Yeah, there's like Emma is like only like 1/3 of her name. The rest is-
Emma, and then like we only caught one turn. Like, oh, Emma.
So, shopping, then God,
Right.
then daughter.
and daughter.
And daughter.
So I have a feeling, to be fair, that we're not going to get the rest of that gold on account of. This seems like the kind of situation that Emma's not going to want to return.
Well, we have the gold right now, and then he turns to shit, Rebecca. I forgot your character. name.
Aurora.
He turns to her, I was like, for combined success of our group, it only makes sense that we share the funds where appropriate, and it is clear that you need some armor. So, and he reaches into the bag and pulls out 25. He hands it to he likes. He hands you 25 gold. Oh shit! Did Rebecca freeze?
I'm gonna get some water. Well,
Yes, she
figures that out.
Yeah.
Or breaks. You broke.
There we go.
You froze. Oh no!
Oh no, freezing again.
Oh
Freezing
no,
again.
I'm actually frozen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we're back.
80. I
Yeah,
said
you're back.
I gave you the 25 gold, and then you just froze.
I appreciate the sentiments, and I know that if the armor costs more than this, that you will be similarly helpful.
I'm
Stares
going to
Trent
try
down.
to steal 10 of the Golek from Trent.
While he has it like open in his hand.
Like the
Yeah,
25
as he's
that he gives
busy, like
you.
counting the coins out, like meticulously counting the 25 out.
He just kind of like fucking like jetsons him like whoop.
Is that your final answer, Fortuna? Oh, I guess it is.
God damn it!
What do I have
He's
to
gotta
roll?
he's gotta roll what? Perception?
Well, I
mean-
see that with my passive.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception, Trent. I
Okay.
think Aurora very obviously sees it, and I feel like Trent.
Trent's passive perception is 11.
God damn it!
Wow, that's a pretty good number for once.
Yeah, so Fortuna
Wait.
just kind of comes up and tries to cup your hand, like, thank
Trent
you
literally just
for
backs
taking.
it and continues. Like, doesn't even really
He
react.
pulls it back, just looking like absolutely disgusted.
Yeah. He's just like, no. No.
Come now, I'm sure that's not necessary. Although Trent holds the gold for now, I'm sure that we are all in a tenuous situation, and we can figure out how to share funding.
That's teasing it. You little sticky
I
fingers.
do not share very well.
That is apparent.
Neither do you, apparently.
Maybe Bethany should hold the gold, or Gulick.
I would hold it
I
anyways as
mean,
much
I
as
think
you.
I might be the only person with business experience here.
And trustworthy intentions.
Used to. Fine. He holds hands. He just hands them gold to Bethany. Everybody's right. It makes sense. She seems the most capable of
I
protecting.
will.
I have been a
50
very
Goleks.
successful businesswoman in the past.
You are Carney.
Legitimate?
Illegitimate enough.
Nah.
Uh-huh.
Well, now is not the time to question your definition of legitimacy. Let's go ahead and
Let's keep this rolling. Let's go buy some stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go look for some tasty fruit. And I'm gonna find a bench somewhere, and I'm just gonna sit down while everyone else does their shopping.
Okay.
you have the money.
That's right. Oh, we need to see.
You have to go to mom.
Then come to me, get your prices,
permission.
come back to me.
But they're just sitting outside while we
Yeah.
shop it. Hey, Mom!
Mom, I'm out of
Can I borrow the card?
Then I'll walk along with everyone else, and I'll just share the fruit with Birch.
quarter.
Just
Yeah,
like my
I'm
daggers, like cutting pieces up.
little apple slices.
First,
Yeah.
just like it.
Fuck. Okay. Cats are being cats.
How do you spell Gulick, by the way? Because I spelled it like 3 different ways in my notes by this point.
Goleck is what I have.
Perfect. Yeah.
Gouleque.
Goleck. Golek.
I want it for the K sound. I want to add QU.
Gulick.
You know what? You guys haven't seen it spelled, so you can just.
We can
have
add
your
like
own
3
personal
letters in
interpretation.
French, like
To
3
be fair,
private letters in front of the word, like in French.
I'm pretty sure none of us have actually seen it written down,
Right,
so
exactly.
Nope.
anything goes. Mhm.
Okay, so
I was definitely doing the OU thing.
let us buy some armor. And then I did just remember there is something I want to buy.
Okay.
Okay. You
Yeah.
guys might have to hold my hand a little bit here. I'm not good at items, but.
So for your help, I did just send you in the game chat the list of that's what armor normally costs.
1 second. I need my phone.
My
Oh, sorry. No,
If I
streaming.
open up game chat on my computer, all of
Hmm.
your I could do
Is
it on
it
the
somewhere?
Discord website, but
Yeah, I was like, is there somewhere else to send it that you would like instead?
no, it's okay. Got it. Sweet.
Yeah, but like, I assume I'm not gonna be able to afford a half plate unless we pull some major shenanigans. But I could maybe afford a chain shirt or a scale mail.
Got it. Yeah. So, what do you guys look for?
Uh,
I don't
place
need
that does
anything.
armor.
I don't think I need anything either.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, Bethany is looking for a hand axe.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, you find one well enough, and gonna be for a +1 hand axe.
No, not +1, just a hand axe.
No, a regular hand axe is 5 gold. Do not get magical up in here. That makes it a lot more expensive.
A regular hand axe is about 20 gulaks.
20? Jesus.
Yeah,
18
no.
gulaks.
We're gonna have a tough time affording anything at all, even with
That's not happening.
How much is this sword? Like a cool vampire sword.
Vampire sword?
Like 5 billion.
It's gonna be like 22 gulaks, I think.
Wait, are you specifically looking for like a longsword?
An axe is 20, but a sword is 22.
Wait, I don't know. Would
We're
that
talking about
A longsword is 15. A regular hand axe is 5. Hand axe is a lot smaller and supposed to
make
be
sure you're
cheaper.
looking at hand axe, not battle axe.
You know what? Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
You're good. Items are difficult.
Yeah, it's gonna be the full 75 gulaks.
Aurora possessively hold on to her 25.
like look at Aurora and think about it, and just like
I need armor more than you need a new fancy sword. Okay, what's the damage? what kind of armor can I even afford here?
So, if we're looking at this conversion rate, whereas longsword is 15 GP and is 75 gulaks, and
Yeah.
a chain shirt is 50 GP.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Are you sure it's that expensive here?
Max, are you sure you got the math right?
Are you sure you got the math right, actually? Don't you want us to win?
Okay. Let's actually sit down and do the math. If it's a 2 to 5, so 15 times 5
the society.
2, it would
It'd
be
about
30.
like 40 or so, but weapons are a little bit more expensive here.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the demand is high.
No, that makes
Well, I
sense.
feel like supply would be overflowing because of the consistent battling.
There is, but it's still higher on the demand supply chart. You know.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
There are less people that dream to be blacksmiths than there are people that dream to be warriors.
So
Even
what
if it's
about
very
that?
profitable.
Does the armor suffer the same kind of conversion rate?
Well, people can die and come back.
Right. So I feel like there's less need for armor. It's still there. So I would say a hide or a chain shirt, for example, would be
Chain shirt is probably out of my reach.
Yeah, it's about 80.
The regular, no, it's 125.
I'll say it's 90 then, instead of 80. A hide one will be.
Oh yeah, don't let me argue at the lower prices. So I'm just doing 5 divided by 2. Is that right?
It's not exact. And I'm
Yeah,
not gonna say
but
that I have
like-
some complex formula either.
For the rough
But
estimate.
like, you have to understand that even among countries that trade often, currency exchange rates are extremely weird.
No, I know, but like, I want to know.
You want to know what everything costs.
Yeah, I want to know what it is. For a starting point, and then like put in other factors, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 times. That's correct. But there are definitely some exceptions. Like a hide isn't going to be 25 gold. It's going to be 22 gold. Gulex, sorry.
Okay, yeah. All right. And then the short you said was 80. Do we have 80?
No, you don't have. Or
we do.
you think you do? Yeah.
Hey, Bethany.
Well, Bethany doesn't
Yep.
have 80. Bethany has 75, I think. And oh
I
wait, no,
have
you
50.
Yes, but we
Okay.
had
I have-
20. We had 20 from yesterday.
Okay, 95 then. Yeah, sorry.
No one
Bethany?
is getting my 5 Gulex.
You
You
can
can
try
buy
those
yourself
5
one
gold.
drink.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually gonna talk to the shopkeep. Hey, shopkeep.
Yes, Offworlder.
So, as you have so succinctly put it, we are from off-world, and as such, we have maybe some things that are not necessarily a little more rare than expected. You could be one of the first on the market to have off-world artifacts.
Actually, what I'm really interested is information about the world. It is in short supply, and being able to supply such a thing would be very profitable and helpful to my peers.
Well, I am in need of protection, and having been a citizen of that world, of course,
A
I
citizen?
would have, well, a visitor to that world. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I'm not quite used to your dialect of basic.
I was just saying they don't really have concept of a citizen. But
um, having been to that world, I could maybe provide if you told me what kind of information you were looking for in exchange for maybe that breastplate over there.
This breastplate. And which breastplate are you pointing to?
A really expensive one. It's like
Oh,
400 GP.
Jeez.
Or maybe we can. I'm sorry. I'm shooting high.
Yeah, I gotcha.
We can work our way down if we have to, but.
Birch,
Yeah,
don't get into commerce.
not gonna. I don't plan on it. I don't have
Capitalism is a
That's fine, I'll
mistake.
figure that out.
It is.
This
Well,
is
for
why you just steal everything.
this breastplate.
No.
There aren't many people who are looking for armor at this time of night. Most of them have already prepared to leave, so I could probably part for it if the information was good enough, and if not, maybe we could give you the scale mail instead.
That would be quite agreeable. What questions did you have?
What
I
is
have
the
a
climate
breath.
like?
The climate is temperate, usually sunny, not a lot of rain.
Actually, that depends on where you are.
And also, at least in the place
The
that we
climate
report
is not
next to.
universal.
Let her finish. Getting a deal.
Also, how far
She
away
like
from the
switches her
door?
tail back and forth like a
Yeah.
upset cat.
If you're worried about extreme weather conditions, at least as long as you don't go extremely far from where the entrance to Val'terra is, then don't pack for extremely cold weather. Is not really a concern, although occasionally, I believe, what time of year is it on Val'terra? What is the climate like? I'm just kind of bullshitting.
Yeah. So you don't know for the whole world, of course.
Well, yeah, but I'm
But
talking
the
about
area
local.
that you're in, is pretty much, it's kind of cool. Normally it's like, using degrees. It creeps up to like 75 in the summer.
Oh wow! So it's not. I
and
was
it
assuming it
has-
was kind of hot.
and it goes pretty cold in the winters.
Is it? But it's not currently winter, right?
No, I would say it is currently summer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tell him some approximation of that.
Yeah.
and something like, you don't have to pack snow parkas, but maybe pack something, a jacket.
What about the military of Raden's followers? What do you know of them?
Oh, well, that's not exactly my area of expertise. I know they're a potent force to be reckoned with, um, and are highly organized, but I couldn't say much more than that.
And what about their technological advancements? Are they about at our level, where we are the most powerful military force in the universe or the solar system?
I am unfortunately not familiar enough with your tech level. I will say they're not pushovers. There are some technologies to be had, but I'm not familiar enough to make comparisons with your tech level, unfortunately.
Well, what technology do they have then?
They have a lot of magic.
Yes. Okay.
Um, Again, I'm sorry, this is not really my area of expertise.
There was the giant
I
automaton.
am very specifically not giving the military information.
Yeah, in
Right.
some countries, this would be considered treason.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling them about the fucking weather.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I'm not like
Up.
I
It
thought we
was
dedicated
up.
citizen of the
I thought we-
empire.
Yeah, I thought we were just kind of talking about like, oh, here's how the
I live
weather
with
is.
elves.
We can
Again,
pick them up and make them prepare for one thing and not focus on what is actually there.
You can-
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how's he gonna know?
Naval presence.
Oh man. What
you guys
about
add
what
loud.
about the many people? Are they as devoted to Raden as we are to Velizan?
There is variance.
Variants. They do not love and worship their god as their savior?
Radin is not one who speaks as openly as your Val'terra, as far as I can tell. They love him, of course.
Of course, because he's been here for 3,000 years. What about the Velizan's people that went there 3,000 years ago? How fare they?
From
Trent.
what I understand, yeah, from what I understand, they have mostly forgotten their roots.
Forgotten their roots. The glory of Velizan? How could that be?
It's been quite a long time since the worlds have had contact.
Actually, out of character, does Trent know any of this?
Yeah,
As far
so
as-
Trent knows that pretty much the Great Seal, who was basically who he was referring to,
Yeah.
do not even really know of Velizan, with the exception of the Time Valley, which was
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you
I
know.
would not. What I will say is, I would not expect a warm welcome from them, or at least a familiar one.
Well, then they will have to
It's-
be destroyed along with Raden's followers if they cannot see the light.
Whoa! I think
Ah. You know, you're talking
think
about like
that's
an
a little-
entire. I mean, I don't like people.
Well, how much was all that information worth to you, Kristen?
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
How much?
This
Yes,
is a
that
great
was-
deal. I do not believe I can part with this breastplate, but if you will take some Guleks along with this scale mail, I believe that we can work something out.
Now, what if I could give y'all a little market edge?
A market edge. I'm listening.
Because I'm telling you right now, this whole, from what we've heard, your relationship with your people's relationship with death and coming back doesn't exist over there,
Yes, we're prepared
which
for
means
that.
people are going to need a lot of armor and weapons are going to get lost or they're going to need more replacements.
So you're saying that weapons and armor will be even more valuable when we go over there.
For your soldiers, yes.
But see,
And
what you-
maybe if you have to, a lot of people value sort of craftsmanship, a lot of very sort of decorated, sort of, filigree for collecting and such.
for collecting, but weapons are for
Things to
war.
pass down when someone dies,
Interesting. But
ways
you see
to
what you've done.
identify the dead as
What-
well.
Find the dead. That is a very interesting phenomenon that I hadn't thought about. But see, what you've done is made my wares more valuable.
Over there, and
Not
for
yet.
giving you this cutting information.
All your future profits are in part thanks to us.
Now
It's
us,
an investment, sir, but it will take time. I think first your people kind of might have to realize that it's going to be a little harder on
It is
them over there.
interesting. We've discussed death, but it is definitely something that we've put off a little. Haven't really come to terms with.
So what I'm saying right now, invest in help. Get yourself some assistant blacksmiths. People might think you're crazy, but start stockpiling, start building more armor. Because people are going to want to protect themselves.
Okay, I see where you come from, and I like it. Okay. If you can part with 20 guleks, this breastplate is yours.
You got yourself a deal, mister.
Alright, Aurora will hand over from her stash of books since that was just really set aside to.
And now you have 5 guleks like Fortuna.
Yay! technically, some of Bethany's bullets are mine as well because I helped pay for them. But yeah, I have 5 guleks in my inventory.
We have 70 guleks in the communal bank of Bethany.
Legal Bethany.
The
Do
communal
you need to
Brandy
take a
Wine
loan
Bank.
out with Bethany?
take a loan out with that. All right, we have purchased the armor. Now
Oh,
we must talk to God.
Now we must talk to God.
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
I have quite a bone to pick with a god that encourages such
Yeah.
violence and destruction on behalf of.
Now again, this is the god that I started the cult for, right?
You didn't start the cult for them, but yes, you did basically lead them and help them get to power. And,
Yeah.
they definitely believe that you were the prophet of, yes.
Cool.
Good job.
Cool. Yep.
You're saying
Hi.
you got a bone to pick with them. I'm still kind of trying to come to terms with the whole,
Uh,
No, I don't
Wait.
think I have to be at this meeting, right?
No, I guess you don't.
I mean, if you don't want to.
if you would like to step aside, although I do worry about separating in such a foreign land. However,
Well, no, I'm a local, remember?
yes, that
Yeah,
might be worth
but-
looking into.
You don't have to just keep lying about that, by the way. One of these.
Yeah,
Like-
I think it might be best to just double down on like.
you listen to this. You could try being honest about something.
Honestly,
What?
fun is that?
What a
Remember-
person to come from.
What a person.
Yeah, right?
Whoa, I have an 18 armor class! Oh, hell yes. Sorry.
Do you think that I am doing this to benefit myself? No, I'm doing it because it's fun.
Okay, you know what? Forget it. You know what? Why
Just
do
Keep in mind, life
that if
is
something
cheap
goes
here.
wrong, if something
Life
goes
is
wrong,
cheap, and
I'm
if
leaving you behind. Bethany.
well, yeah, we'll find her.
Do
But you
not
know,
start a
it
fight.
seems to me that a lot of people just kind of, if you take the wrong thing from the wrong person, they'll just kill you in the street. So be careful.
Who knows?
that-
Maybe I'll come back too.
Keep that in mind. I doubt it. I'm worried it might be some kind of a faith thing, but
Oh.
if you want to go on your own, that's your prerogative.
Well, let's go get you all to talk to. God.
Yeah, God.
God, are you there? Are you listening?
Hey, God.
Are you there, God? It's me.
Yeah.
Me.
Or it's like, I just want to fist fight all the gods at this point.
I think you're my dad.
Oh.
It's weird,
But
right?
yes, Bethany, as much as I am concerned and am trepidatious of this, I believe you have the most stakes in this current conversation.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, anyway, let's get this over with.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I believe I know what you mean. God damn it! I tried.
So we're going back to the place with the terrarium or whatever.
Yeah. You pass a bunch of soldiers going in groups. The
Terrarium.
groups are smaller that are
I
teleporting
was
in.
going to be polite to him, but at this point, it's like, hold on, this fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
Actually,
I feel like Birch is the only one with a good relationship with their deity.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
So as you pass,
I don't have a god, so
technically, I don't really either, but I get like,
Aurora's pissed.
Yeah, so you pass.
Which is not a great place for a cleric to be, but here we are.
You pass the what is it called? Terrace with the portal. There are still groups going through every once in a while, but you can tell that it's less and less as they've been more situated and people are straggling in over time. So then you go into the terrarium. It's mostly empty. And Val'terra appears to have been waiting for you on his
By
throne.
terrarium, do you mean it's like there's
Planetarium, sorry.
plants and stuff? Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Birch was excited.
So I think you have returned. Do you have your answer yet? Or do you have all the answers yet that you need?
No.
We have,
That-
if anything,
kind
more
of why we
questions.
came here, seeing as we were tired and just cut our last conversation a bit short.
Yes, well, I understand. That's why I've waited here instead of joining my soldiers.
also you also go out there and fight.
Of course, as Radin has fought on my planet for 3,000 years, I shall now wage war on his.
I have the fact that you designate this Radin's planet, even though he has not been there for, as far as I can tell, 3,000 years, concerns me.
You would argue that it's not Radin's planet?
I would argue that Radin has been there and that people worship Radin, but the followers of Radin are not party to the atrocities that you say were committed in his name,
I do
nor
not
do they
care
know
for
about
their
them.
guilt. I care for their power. If you have a way to stop Radin's followers from worshipping Radin, then I will hear it. But my most effective
I am
method so far has
saying
been
they
death.
do not deserve your ire and the conquering of their lands for sins they have not committed nor have known about.
Their god has committed it. It is immaterial.
So you do not care if you kill innocent people.
Innocent isn't a word I would use to describe people that power Radin.
They do not know anything of the atrocities you say.
Well, if you
How
wish
can
to
you? How
convince-
can you? And if there was a way to cut off Radin from other worlds, so he was not here, but was on Val'terra, so that the people might connect to him instead.
There may be such a way. I would be interested in pursuing that avenue, but it would be very difficult with a god of Rajan's stature and follower base.
I guess the point Aurora's trying to make is like, this is the first time I've heard of you. What do you think most people on that, other people there, like, there is no, planets and shit? I'd never heard of this. No one knows about that. Meanwhile, your people are talking about jumping planets, other systems, all other kinds of gods, and they're just accepting it.
Then
Like,
that
it
is
is
an
literally
advantage that we
not
shall
known.
take.
And your
Ooh.
people are here talking, ready to just fucking kill anybody willy-nilly, apparently.
Well,
All
my
for
people,
your glory.
not for
It
my
seems like you
glory.
are the conquerors right now, from our position.
Isn't that better than Raden's conqueror?
No.
So you are
One
mad at me
evil-
because I do it now after Raden has done it for 3,000 years.
Again, the people who you are conquering have no connection to those sins. The people you are
Seems.
hurting right now have nothing to do with that.
So you come to me talking about mortals, talking to me about their innocence, despite them
In
powering up
all
a god
fairness-
that has killed my people for 3,000 years. That is enough. I
You
will allow
brought
you to
us
stay
here.
on my planet, as you have been promised. I will allow you to return peacefully, but you must leave within the week, and we will not be allies after this. I hope that you will find the errors of your ways, Bethany, but this is unacceptable. No child of
Well,
mine
you
will
know,
be seen talking about
the
mortal
reason that
innocence.
you've got some sort of foothold down there right now is because of me, right?
Yes, and that is why you have safe passage. And that is all that I will give you. Now leave.
So you are so
You're kind of a
intolerant that you
bastard.
will not even hear us out.
I have heard you out, and you've brought me nothing but silliness of innocence of mortals and lack of
So
war
mere
that you
words
don't
are enough
understand.
to
Tell me,
mere
child.
words.
Tell me, child, have you even killed another person?
No, and I take pride in that fact.
Yes. I see now that we are on very different paths. And I will have you leave now, and guards come in, and they
What have
grab
you done to deserve your godlyhood?
Let's listen to the big man.
I have a question, actually. I thought we were talking to, were we talking to the god, or were we talking to...
Yeah, the god. We're talking to God. We're talking to my dad.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, my answer remains the same.
Yeah, at this point, guards come behind you, and they're kind of like, you can go peacefully or not.
Yeah, Trent is like, all right, let's go. That was very.
I give him a middle finger as I walk out.
No.
If you touch me again without my permission, I swear to God, I will cut off all of your fingers.
I'm so sorry, Bethany. I thought that was the priestess. Otherwise, I would have
Oh no, I'm 100% for this.
I didn't
Fuck
mean to
this
get us
guy.
kicked off.
Fuck this guy.
All right,
Oh, man.
who has been in
I am
court and stuff.
staring him in the eyes. I am just.
Right. Let's just go now.
Look, before you kick us out, may I say one more thing?
Can I say one more thing?
We do not have to be enemies. I know I seem foolish in your eyes. I am begging for mercy.
The only way you may have mercy, child, is if you convince the followers of Raden to no longer follow them.
I ask for time in order to attempt that before you...
Wars are not won within weeks. You have your time. Now go make the most use of it. And the guards forcibly grab you at this point. Do you resist?
All right.
No, I throw them. I like shoulder check them, but then walk out. if that makes
Okay.
sense.
If one of them tries to lay a hand on me, I like hiss and show my teeth.
Okay, so then they kind of back up and are like, you know what? Let's just make sure. You know what?
Scurrying under all of their legs to get out of there.
Oh,
All right, all right, are we okay? So we leave the big room.
Yeah.
leave.
you leave the
Yeah.
Oh
bedroom.
my god, I'm so
Trent is just like, so
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you all that was a very bad job.
That was a bad diplomacy.
That was awful. Maybe next time, you know what? I understood this wasn't my place to speak up due to some weird shit going on, but maybe I should do the talking next time in front of a big authority figure. How about that?
I am so sorry.
because
I
you're a
lost my
bootlicker,
temper.
right?
I didn't hear what Fortuna said. I don't need to.
and although I tried to say I said I would let you speak, and I got us kicked out, and I am so sorry for that.
I spit on the threshold of the temple.
Oh, don't. Oh, God.
Yeah, the guards kind of look at you and are like, and they shake their head, but that's about it.
You know, if you want me to cover for you, I'll let you piss on it.
No.
No.
I realized we're not far enough away yet.
All right, we got a week. Want to do that job?
Yes.
And get the hell out of here.
Let's earn some coin and then think about what we're going to do next now that we've pissed off a god.
Well, we're gonna find Rodin.
We're gonna what?
I thought that was obvious.
Okay. You know what? We're all a little hot right now. Let's go do a quest. And then when we're done, we'll have a conversation about what we're going to do next.
Who was it? Was it Fortuna? Who had the dream of the locked? One of you had the dream of the locked up gods,
Fortuna.
and you told us about that. I think, right?
I think
Yes?
has Aurora
she definitely
seen
did.
that as well? I
No,
believe?
we all got the vision, didn't we?
Yeah. We all
You got a smaller vision of no, you didn't see the locked up goddess. You just saw Naomi talk.
talking about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like more going on here.
I'm curious about who the distraction in the forest is.
Mhm.
I believe that is not necessarily. I don't believe we're going to get that gold, but I do think it is important to go talk to someone who does not follow the beliefs or has questions about the culture here.
Yeah.
I think we have
'Cause-
thoroughly established that is not one we can agree with.
Here's what I'm wondering: is that like we have like this place, because there are other gods of our planet. I guess we're walking through the city, I suppose, as we're talking.
Yeah.
Actually, real quick, before we continue walking, while we were leaving the temple, was loose.
I can't believe I
Luther.
thought we were talking to him.
Luther.
God damn it. That's who I thought we were talking to.
Okay, it's too
I
late.
was yelling at Luther. Oh well.
Oh well, it's too late.
Done now. Piss off a god.
Are you basically looking for Luther?
Yeah, if we were, while we were walking out, do I see him?
He's kind of hanging out near the terrace, let's say, outside of the planetarium, after the guards have let you off.
Okay. Because I did want to have a conversation with him, but I don't want to interrupt everybody else to have like a character moment or something.
No.
Well, let's do
Absolutely.
this. While everyone else is talking, you see Luther. Do you approach him or do you wait with your group?
Yeah, I start to step off of the group to see like, oh, does anybody see me step away? But like nobody's fucking paying attention anyway.
Yeah,
So
we're busy.
all right, and I sort of like very quickly power walk up to Luther because I don't want to lose them.
Love that mess happened just after I got the diplomacy feat too.
Yeah, good job. Great.
I think that plate mail or chainmail, plate mail.
Breastplate.
I think that breastplate gave Aurora some confidence.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, fuck y'all. Talk off to a god.
I'm invincible.
Where's metal.
Look at the level 1 armor.
Yes.
I
Prince.
think she's been dealing with a lot.
I've been waiting for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I've been wondering how you've been doing on this new
Yes.
planet.
Good. Something I need to. So I don't really know what the big dude's deal is. I have to be quite honest. Yes, I know he's a god. Okay, I know he's a god. Whatever that means. Okay, whatever that means. We had a bit of a confrontation in there. Is that going to be a problem? You know,
It's probably
they're
going
not
to be a big issue, yes. Unfortunately, we don't see eye to eye on everything either, but he is my god. He does not understand that the Bright Seal have mostly abandoned his ways after 3,000 years, and I cannot get him to see why this might be.
Yeah, we sort of picked up wind of that. So they may have like pissed him off. It's not their fault. They're common folk, don't understand. Is that going to be how much of a he told us to get out in a week.
Well, hopefully he values my word, and seeing that he's given you a week without killing you is probably a good sign. But I would.
Can you put in that like I wasn't part of that? Can you put in that I'm just like I was just there?
Well, you could always join us, and there probably wouldn't be an issue. But I do not know how easy our side is going to be either. Perhaps the side between the gods is the best place for now for someone of your stature.
I think I'm going to babysit that group, and you just put in some words for me, and maybe we could not
Trent,
piss off.
I can't even defend my own countrymen. I don't know how much my word is going to be worth. I would suggest that you make yourself scarce whenever you find your week ended.
Yes.
No, I didn't really like it here anyways.
Yes. Well, if you need me, you know where to find me. I'll catch up with you later then. And he sort of like scurries away back to the group.
Trent. Honestly, I mean it.
Good luck.
We're going
luck
to need
to
it.
you. And I mean it to you, and I pray that you get that this all works out. You're very good. You're very good at talking your way out of situations. I'm sure it's going to be fine. You look on the bright side. These things are bumpy at first. We'll make it all smoother. And he like leaves. He's like, oh god. So I'm just gonna. I don't need. You are not worth. You're not even valued to me anymore. So I'm just gonna go back to my group and see.
Yeah. We're
not
still. I don't remember.
not a political parachute that I thought it was.
Yeah, he doesn't have as much power as. I'm so sorry. I mean, I do think Aurora. She's been doing that thing where she bottles everything up, and then she got a chance to yell at somebody.
Okay, so group 1 has pissed off a god. Group
Yep.
2, all right. I like walk back in the group as if like I'm sneaking back in, and nobody noticed I came back, but nobody was fucking paying attention anyways.
As Trent walks up, he notices that Birch has been staring at him the whole time.
I'm letting Ophelia clean underneath my nails.
No.
Right, this group. That's right. He's like, I don't need this. I'll go back to this group. And he comes back to this group, and there's a rat and the bug just staring at him. And he's like,
Aurora is just apologizing to Bethany again.
this isn't where I thought my life would go.
I would say Birch is like sitting on Bethany's backpack, just watching as like they're all walking away, just watching.
And
adorable. There's more fruit.
Was like, I don't. Okay.
So like
Like
we know that there's Val'terra and the other gods there ain't getting along.
Correct. I think that's apparent.
It seems to me like most of these gods are assholes. Like I don't see why anyone
Yeah.
would want to serve any of them.
But like I want to know what's that like here? Are they in relative harmony? Because I try to figure out if like
I
Rodin might be the problem, right? Like you get what I'm
it is hard to conceptualize, but if I would, I have followed Raden my entire life, even if that is not who my prayers have been reaching. It is what I've been taught. I have read the deepest literature. I've read so many texts on his word and his deeds and what he believes and what we should do to follow him, and none of them have mentioned anything about this. So, either the god I have worshipped does not exist, and another one has his name and face, but is not truly the one we follow, or Val'terra is worse than we thought and is spreading their own form of lies and propaganda.
You know, it seems like all of these people are god bootlickers.
I cannot
Yeah.
fault someone for following their religion, except to the extent that they are willing to slaughter in his name. Even within our own country, within my own country, I had been pushing for peace and an end to the war that has racked our own planet for many years. And the fact that well, I don't know how easily it would be to get our nation to turn against Raden, who's been long ingrained in our culture. However, if he truly is as against his own beliefs and words as they portray him as, it's not an infeasible route. However, I do worry about the many that will be slaughtered while we work through that. That would not be a slow process either.
Can't worry too much about that. It's gonna rot your brain.
It is my responsibility to worry about that.
But I do think in the meantime we got to, I don't know, find these gods, these other gods, and talk to them and figure out what, I don't know, what their take on this is.
A more neutral party would be appreciated. As
What
well
if
as
For the moon. That's where Naomi is. We can talk to her.
Right? I mean, it's crazy, but like, we've talked to one god.
So that we can just keep talking to her.
I mean,
I will
it's not
try not to blow up on
gonna
the
be
next one.
easy, but in a sense, yeah.
As you speak, there is a commotion.
Oh, wonderful.
You can
Oh,
tell
I
that
love-
two people are encircled by a bunch of soldiers, and they're eagerly watching something happening in the middle of the circle.
What the hell?
Okay, I'm going to be nosy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all immediately like, oh, some
Ooh.
cozy.
Is anyone placing bets?
Yes, actually.
Oh,
This is-
But unfortunately, the fight is over as one of the soldiers cleanly stabs the other one and tells him, "You do not insult my family name like that." And the other soldier falls to the ground, clearly dead. It's too late to
I
bet.
rush over.
Wait, oh, you're not frozen. You were.
Yeah.
I thought you were frozen.
Wait.
Yeah, I rush over immediately to the fallen person.
It's hard to get through the circle, but before you can, a 6'5" goddess appears, and she is dark, and she has black curly hair, and she has
No, shush.
she has flowers with her.
She has what with her?
Flowers with her, an orchid, or not an orchid, like a bouquet,
Like a
but
bouquet?
without the plastic. And she lays them down and she does a prayer. And the fallen soldier
What's a goddess?
starts coughing and sits up. He clearly looks sick. And he has a pained expression on him, almost one of fear. And the flowers before your very eyes, they turn into guleks. You can't tell exactly how many. And the victor claims them. And then the crowd disperses, and the goddess just.
What the fuck was that?
As they're kind of dispersing, I kind of
That wasn't Naomi, was it?
No.
I want to ask. Oh fuck, we look like outsiders. I want to
Speak for yourself.
grab a dude by the shoulder and ask forgive me, we're outsiders. How does it get determined how many gulags there get dropped?
It is standard. It is 100 gulags per killing.
Okay, I was just sort of curious. He pats him on his back and sends him on his way.
No, but really, who the fuck was that?
Yes, that is quite the question because that is not the god we. Was that that wasn't the god we just pissed off, right?
No.
And she hasn't been in any of my visions,
No,
right?
That's correct.
New bitch. New bitch.
Is the guy still laying on the ground?
He's kind of trying to stand up. He throws up to
I'll help
the
him up.
side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trent's gonna walk give me oh dear. What happened? What started all that? Looks like you got a pretty bad beating.
Those fucking primary families feel like they can have all the glory just because of their family name. I'll get them next time.
I'm sure you will. So, how many times have you died like this?
Oh, I've lost count. It's not great. It's awful the first 20 times. But I won't say you get used to it, but
Yes,
it's actually just awful.
Right.
He kind of rubs his neck weirdly at that, and he's like, "Yes, I can imagine."
Here, hold on.
Oh.
And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
So, pretend that we have never been here before.
This man is recovering, and we're all just
The cure wound
what
seems to help a little bit.
What's that?
The cure wound seems to help a little bit.
we do healing. So yeah. Oh no.
Who was the lady with the flowers that turned into coins?
Oh, Val'terra. She's the goddess of the world here. Do you not know?
Who?
She's
in the
Val'terra.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you both.
Wait, who are we
Yeah,
talking
who is in the temple?
Valzen, right? Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Val'terra,
Right.
sorry.
The sun god.
The sun god, yes.
That's okay.
This is the earth god. Des.
Gotcha.
Stop.
Sorry. Okay.
She's not being hurt.
Maybe she's more reasonable. Is she?
Maybe.
Can you tell me about Val'terra? Is she a kind goddess? She raises you with such grace.
Yes.
And
she
then
serves-
pays the victor?
She definitely works with Velizan. I haven't really learned much about her. There's some talk that she dislikes bringing people back to life, so I don't know exactly what her deal is, as you say. If you wish to learn more, they say that she has contact with that Amber girl in the forest.
Amber.
You said Amber. Did you perhaps mean Emma?
Emma? No. Emma is a quite nice young girl. She probably is on Val'terra at this point. But the Amber.
Right, of course.
Right.
Amber.
Yeah.
Of course, yes. She
She
would
would never
never.
go to
She
the
would never.
Don't
that.
mistake a nice young girl like Emma with Amber.
You're
Please.
right. Right.
Yes, I'm
We've
sorry.
been
Who
learning
is
all
who
you
is
need.
Amber
How
and
ignorant of us.
avoid them?
Well, y'all take care of yourself. Try not to get stabbed again. Give him a hearty.
No, wait. I do want to know who Amber is.
We're going to find out who Amber
The
is.
girl in the
We
forest.
are going to go find her.
Yeah.
Like Aurora wants to ask more questions, and we're all like trying to lead her. Like, no, it's fine, it's fine.
She's trying to read the quest description and like all the text, and everyone's just pressing A really quickly. And like, come on, it'll be in the cutscene.
For some reason, we have a group A button.
Let's go.
Oh shit! Crazy. Okay.
Quite. All right. Let's get
All
the
right.
fuck out of here.
All right, fine. Let's go to the forest. We've figured out the full extent of our goals.
This Amber
Actually,
seems like-
I walk back awkwardly. Which way is the forest out of the city?
Yeah,
Birch pulls up their map.
it's gonna be to the west, of course, as every Val'terra knows.
I look at
course.
him with my very obviously not Val'terran face and just Yep.
Yep.
With my
You're
new,
right.
with
I'm
my new,
testing
hey,
you.
with my new keen mind, I know which way the directions are.
you
True.
have a magnet in your brain. Congrats.
It was
I have
surgically
consumed
implanted.
so much lead. I have a magnet in our medieval world.
You just swallowed a compass.
To eat a fucking
And you can just like feel it in your gut.
If we lie him down on the ground, he just always like corrects to north.
I'm just imagining like slowly, not like lying on the ground, but like 2 inches floating above it because he's a fucking vampire, and just like
Yeah.
slowly.
Yeah, he's like, hang on, everybody. And they're like,
You can also double as a sundial. It's perfect.
everyone's like, no, actually. I just want to use my new function that I have.
Okay,
know.
so you guys all
Thank
head
you.
to the west?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, we all are heading towards the forest, trying to convince Aurora, like, we're going to find out. I'm very convinced that this
Well, yes, of course, but I wanted to know what the local gossip was.
we all want to know the local gossip.
Well, no, because I wanted to know what the local opinion was because I'm sure she doesn't share it.
It is very obvious, Daisy's eating my foot, that she is not well liked. And it's very suspicious about the girl we're looking for going into the forest and allegedly not being with.
Yes. I can tell that this is. I'm not dumb.
I'm putting it together.
Can everyone tell me their passive perception real quick?
14.
16.
I think Birch is. Wait, what is Birch?
16.
Mine's 15.
Sees the fucking everything.
12.
I almost see everything.
This is why Birch was just watching Trent try to be sneaky.
Yeah.
Yours is 18.
Mine is 11.
Birch.
What?
Yours is 18 because you have expertise in perception now.
That's right. Never mind. Birch does
Okay.
see everything.
18.
Okay, so you guys head towards the forest?
Yes.
What's the fucking
As you go more and more into the outskirts of the city, there are less and less people because everyone is convening to go to Val'terra.
For the invasion.
As you get closer to the edge of where you can see the forest, it's almost as if it's a ghost town, despite the hustle and bustle in the center of the city. And
So-
yes, Trent. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, as we're walking, I did want to put out this, like, so we did see, a fight, and when they won, to get a good chunk of cash. We all saw that, right?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
However,
I would point out that, especially having pissed off the local god, even if he's not directly in charge of it, the likelihood of that applying to us.
Well, we just have to send out someone who won't die.
Yeah, we just need to win the fight.
You just have to win the
We just
fight.
need to get good.
Don't die. When they swing to hit you, you dodge.
It's that simple.
Hit them and don't get hit.
Hit them and don't hit.
Yes,
Get
quite.
good.
I was
I'm
quite
glad you all have such confidence in your abilities.
well. We've only killed like three peoples.
Okay.
I mean, we also don't know if there's some kind of like weird rites they have to do before
Yeah,
it.
we need to
Right?
figure that out. But I'm just saying, if we need quick coin, we could probably start a few fights in the streets, and then I'm sure Fortuna, could do.
Might as well just stab people.
You know?
Well-
That's not a bad idea.
I mean,
As you guys are talking,
That was said with sarcasm.
What would you say?
As you guys are talking, you enter the forest, and it's clear that you are at the edge of the city.
Okay.
Okay.
oh, so it's like city forest.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, there was like, yeah, I would say that, yeah.
Like there's just like a fence or a wall.
Is it a dark forest or is there like can you see?
What time was it?
Doesn't
Um,
matter. The darker the better.
It's pretty dark.
Some of
It's pretty
this.
dark, yeah.
Find these forest distractions.
There is a pretty beaten path to the west still, straight in front of you.
I just closed the drawer. I'm not opening it back up.
And after walking on it for a bit, you see a sign that says, animals here are under protection.
Birch looks defeated.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now, don't you worry, none. We have supplies.
That's
stop
true.
it.
At least we're in
I
a
would,
program.
Under protection for what?
Birch.
Yeah.
Under protection from bitch.
An
Hey,
interesting point that animals are not brought back in the same way that people are.
hmm.
I
Which
wonder if
is
it's
also-
just like battle that they brought back. Do people just like? Well, I obviously don't. But like, do you just starve to death and just come back?
Yes,
Probably not, I'm
these are
guessing.
questions we'll probably need to start asking, but we won't be here for long. So
Hmm.
It is important to know when we return to Val'terra what they are used to. An army that cannot die, I shudder to think what will become of both of our countries.
But if they need,
Food.
yeah, but if they need Val'terra to regenerate, she ain't exactly over there.
didn't they
They're
say,
gonna learn a hard lesson real quick.
didn't they say something at some point? I out of character am vaguely remembering something that Max said about like they've been to far off war and they are aware that in far off war they don't come back.
Yeah, that's what I said, and I think I'll stick by it. Yeah, like, in the,
He also said it's been a while though.
I regurgitate that
Yeah.
information. I
yeah, like at
suppose.
the edge where Raden is there, Val'terra seems not to be able to bring back people to life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured they would know, but I'm figuring there's gonna be a lot of cocky motherfuckers who are gonna learn
Yeah.
quick.
Learn very.
Well, learn or not.
When you have a culture that is very
Really?
death is cheap and you can just come back, they're just gonna go, hey, we're fucking run into battle. Who cares? Oh no.
Oh, that did answer my question though. I asked it earlier in the Discord out of character if they had keep inventory on, and apparently they do.
Do we have to keep inventory on?
Oh man. Alright, by the way, after you see the sign, do you guys continue?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair.
I'm gonna cast light on my shield.
I'll cast light too.
Sorry, Birch.
You
That's
also
the rest
say,
you need to see.
yeah, I was gonna say Trent was also like just fine. He's like, ah.
Yeah, so with Fortuna, she's like, "Ugh."
good as
please.
you think it is.
Is this really necessary?
Yeah, like all the dark vision folks are like, we're fine, and the two are like, oh, let me just light a fucking like LED.
We have dark vision too.
Yeah,
It's just not as good as you think it is.
As you guys are walking
My
forward,
dark
Birch,
I
vision
don't.
Birch, you
Yeah.
notice
Oh, wait.
Wait.
something move in the trees, and an arrow flies by.
Oh, I do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. But dark vision is still if you're in total
we do.
darkness, it's
Wait,
still
you know what,
disadvantaged because
you know
it's low light.
Birch noticed.
Anyways, an arrow flies.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
we're
yeah, wait,
shot
hold
at.
on. We can't be touched
Guys, and you guys are like having dark vision conversations. It's like,
Wait.
And a voice calls out from the forest. Halt! Don't go any further.
Halting.
We have stopped.
What is your business here? Are you from the main city?
no.
Do we look like we're from the main city?
Are you here to hunt any animals?
No.
We
I put my hand on Bert. No.
No. I saw the
We
sign.
come seeking conversation and maybe like minds.
Okay. And the figure takes her bow and arrow and puts it up and jumps down from the tree. He appears to be a teenager, no older than
Hi, Emma.
17, 16.
Yeah, that's fine. Would you?
And
Now,
she
don't
comes
be
forward.
alarmed. Would you happen to be Emma?
Emma,
Or Amber?
why are you seeking her?
No. Oh, interesting.
Because we heard that she might be sympathetic to alternative ideas.
You guys are off-worlders, right? I haven't seen anyone like you.
That is correct.
Also,
I'm way off-worlder.
Yeah.
Oh.
Aurora like flexes her wings, just like does the thing.
Yeah.
And you
Where
promise you're not here to hunt any animals?
Correct.
We ain't here to
No.
hunt no animals.
Okay. My name is Leaf. Let's go.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Leaf. My name is Bethany Brandywine.
Wow.
Fortuna.
She leads the way, not through a path anymore, but through the trees. It's a little bit more difficult to go, and with her smaller body, it's a lot easier for her than for you guys. But
What is she?
she's just like everyone else here, tiefling.
Okay.
what color is she?
How?
What color is she? Do tieflings have other colors? I actually don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
They're the rainbow.
They're a rainbow.
They are? I thought they
Okay.
were just like red.
Like I
and
am purple.
Let's
They're whatever you want them
Nobody
to be
gives
because
a
it's
shit
the
about
dream
what
of
people
imagination.
have.
full effect.
They're red and purple, but rules is written as wrong. They're rainbow.
Oh, okay. Okay. She's green. Let's go for full effect.
Valid.
Good. Thank you. Use the green tiefling.
Trent
See
is
why her
swearing and complaining about the dense foliage.
yeah. Aurora is like not doing much better, especially in her new heavy ass shit armor.
Yeah. As you go through, Leaf grabs some berries and stuff, and she explains, "You interrupt me during my daily gathering period, so bear with me."
Quite.
don't
We
worry.
wouldn't want to inconvenience you in any way.
Bear with
Thank
me.
you for leading us deeper into the forest.
Do you guys need any food?
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're well
I
stocked.
kind of loaded up, as it were.
Okay.
We would not turn down hospitality, of course, but we would not want to be a burden on your own supply.
Okay. And you follow her. She's silent for the rest of the way. I don't know if you guys have any discussions or anything.
Oh, I would like to chat at
Okay.
her and try to diplomat her
Yes. Okay.
to get in her good graces.
So what do you say?
So Leaf, what can you tell me about what you're doing out here?
Well, I don't much like the way of the people in the city, or on this entire planet, really. So I live my own way in the forest.
Quite admirable. That I think there is much to disagree with. What? Um. How many people live with you? Is it just you and Emma, or
It
are
was
there
just
others?
me. Emma came to stay this morning.
Right.
She's visited,
Well,
of course, but I never asked her to join me, but something changed, I guess.
Um,
Oh, yeah. Do you not know about the deal
Emma was
that's
telling me something
happening?
about it, but I don't really keep much on gossip these days. Not
Yeah,
exactly.
so they're kind of invading another world.
That's why Emma's so upset. Another world?
Yeah,
Like Lower Terra? How could they
as in
Like
Val'terra.
our world.
Raw Terra?
well,
Which
most of
planet
ours
is
world.
that?
it is one that has not had contact for thousands of years.
You mean what those old people talk about is actually true?
That
I
is what they
guess.
say. How
Depends
much
on what they
truth is
talk
in their
about.
words is still up for debate.
We found out about your planet yesterday, so
And
hey,
what of you? Are you all from Lower Terra or something? I haven't seen anybody that's not a tiefling around here.
we're all from Raw Terra.
Well,
I mean,
Ish.
I'm
I
not.
think you're not. You're from the moon. Maybe?
What
Yeah,
is
she
the
just
what is
turns
my
around and looks at you and
moon
is like,
called?
Yeah, we
"You
don't
guys
know
are
about that.
crazier
I'm just
than the
like,
old
fucking.
people." But
Wait,
okay.
what?
You guys are crazier than the old people.
And
But
I'm like,
okay.
Uh,
we, I,
I'd
I
rather think
just
we're quite
found out.
strange in the circumstances.
We maybe should volunteer some.
Sorry. What were you saying,
No,
Audrey?
again, I might be like, cause I'm like, so Valzen was the name, sun god.
Malazan.
Yeah,
Valazan.
Valzen is like
Zan, but whatever.
my
Then
dad. So I think I'm a demigod, but I think he just disowned me.
It's there's some
We kind of
complicated
had some
explanations.
disagreement after meeting yesterday. So, it's been interesting.
I am not new to disagreements with Velizan. I pray for your
And I
safety
think we're going to
then.
see eye to eye. We're going to get along fine.
Um,
What
Um,
we're interested in is this is Miss Val'terra, I believe called her.
Val'terra. Yes, you may be able to find her here.
have you spoken with her before?
Yes, at long length. She and I get along, as it were.
It's good to hear. What's the how does Val'terra and Valazan, what's their deal? What's her deal with Valazan?
Well, as
they?
I understand it, Valazan is
I'm glad Sierra saw that.
What?
I
Don't
do
worry
have
about it.
18 passive perception.
Val'terra is reliant on Velazan for her powers and such, and especially since she doesn't have much of a following of her own, even though she does all the work around here. She is forced to bring people back to life, which is very upsetting considering the cycle of life and death is very complicated and not exactly something to be upsetted. But she must do what she must do.
Well, it seems our gods have more in common than we previously thought.
Yes, well, up here ahead is Emma. 1 second, please. Emma? Yes? Emma, I brought you food. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I was so sad to see you missing. And she comes up and she runs and hugs Leaf. Yes.
The baby.
Emma, we have visitors. Oh, visitors? Are they from the city? Is it my parents? No.
no.
No, they actually have quite a tale to tell. but they seem to know your name and mine.
We didn't know hers before she introduced
Yeah,
herself.
you introduced yourself. We're just volunteering information all over the place, so I guess that's fine.
You mentioned Amber. That's
Oh, you're Amber.
no, but that is what they
No?
called me.
Oh,
Oh,
Ah,
our
okay.
apologies.
Answers 2.
Wait, who's Amber?
Leaf.
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 Leaf is Amber?
Yes.
Leaf was
Yes.
Amber.
Leaf was Amber.
Leaf is green, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why was her name Amber?
Apparently her parents were more creative than I gave them credit for.
God. All right.
Yes, well, let's eat, Emma. And they get out some plants and some other stuff.
Y'all need help with cooking that?
You doing?
Bethany here is quite a wonderful chef. If you haven't had a chance to try, if you haven't had good cooking in quite a while, I quite recommend it.
Well, sure, but absolutely no meat. Do you understand? None at all.
That's fine.
Also, y'all are
I can whip up some kind of
vegetarians?
vegetarian something or other, I'm sure. What do you got?
And she
Like
gives you
3
some berries
Yep.
and other plant fruits and stuff. And you can like try a bite out of one to see if you can figure it out a little bit.
I also bought a couple fruits at the market.
Yep.
I can probably. Do they have any sort of like
Fruit salad.
fruit? Because they obviously have sweeter ones, but is there like more like tubers, like potatoes, for things like
Starchy
squash, like
vegetables.
more
Yeah.
things that can be made into more sort of that
There's
on that borderline between sweet and savory.
Yeah, there was one that was very starchy. For
Okay.
example.
So
So
like a potato.
Kind of like a potato, sure, but
Yeah.
different color and everything for effect.
Because I'm almost thinking of just like, because if there's some starchier fruit, because even like just whipping up something, because there's some more savory spices. I have that spicy one.
Mhm.
So I might just, yeah, I can probably whip something up easily. I'm thinking
We
like,
should-
kind of fried potatoes, fried squash, kind of.
We should probably stock up on anything that can only be gotten here before we leave.
Yes, actually.
It might actually. I have no history or knowledge of agriculture, but getting hands on some sort of seeds.
Excuse me.
Seeds.
Are you
might be
here
helpful.
for my parents?
You know, they did give us like 75 gold to come get you, but
And she kind of gets defensive at that statement.
No,
Yeah, we're not here for them.
We're just saying
No,
we're
no,
the
no.
one.
I'm pretty sure
Don't you
we've
worry
robbed your
none.
parents at this point.
yeah, I think your
Basically.
dad kind of sucks.
He doesn't suck. He just doesn't understand me.
He didn't seem overly concerned
He never is.
about you missing.
Mom isn't much better, but they try their best, you know? Emma,
I understand.
you don't have to give them the benefit of the doubt. They're leaving you
Really don't.
apparently for some other world to go conquer there. But so my parents, you know.
I give
They
Emma
did
a
ask us-
helping portion of some of this.
Yeah.
Some
They did
sweets.
ask us to come find you, so they do care to a certain extent. But we would never force
Force you.
someone to go against their will. Mm.
This
Did they
smells
say-
really good. How did you make it? This is amazing.
I
Really,
told
let me
you,
try some
Bethany's
of that.
very good.
Can I teach? Do they not know? Y'all not know how to cook? How long you been living out here?
Were you just
Well-
going to eat them raw? Raw.
I mean, it
Cooking-
is.
Bunch of
Mostly
kids
fruit.
out in
Cooking
the
is
fucking.
more
Yeah.
of a less rewarded hobby out here. You know, why cook whenever you can kill? So I never really learned how to cook growing up. I've
All
had
right.
to teach myself so
Well-
much, but she is right. This is amazing.
as I'm halfway through cooking and sort of preparing the second meal, I'll come on over. I'll show you. It's
And
all
Well,
about sort of
Emma
figuring
eagerly
out
comes
tastes.
over and is very excitedly looking at the process, while Leaf seems to be more studious and skeptical.
Yep, and I'll
Well,
walk her through the process of cooking.
while we're having this tender moment, I want to lean over to Fortuna. It's like, were we told to return the child or just find the child?
I think we were just told to find her.
Told to find the child.
We didn't really ask.
We did our job.
We did do our job. What can we say to potentially leave the child but get the money? Because it's not gonna fly if we just try to pull that shit.
I mean, if we say she did not want to come with us, we cannot force her. I mean,
Yeah,
You
that's
just said that she went through the portal.
I have a feeling my reading on that man is that he was aware she would not come willingly.
right. We could, you know what? Let's really make this emotional. Oh, she didn't want to come. You understand. And maybe if we just convince him that she's in a good enough place, we could still get the money.
exactly.
Exactly. Just
Important point of
assure-
order: he was gone, and we were going to the mother,
Talk
who
to
we
the
haven't
mom.
Oh,
met
his
yet.
wife, yeah.
Right. We'll read how the wife is, and if it's not working, we'll just leave. Maybe we'll
We are
convince her
going to
that
have to tell her that she owes us 125
Yeah.
Olex.
Yeah, we don't actually know what he told her either, so we'll figure that out.
Does it matter what the wording is if the mother doesn't know it?
That's exactly the thing. The mother doesn't know what we don't know what the mother.
She might be interested to know that her daughter is safe and happy and learning how to cook.
Anyways,
Meanwhile, I'm fucking teaching her to make stuffed mushroom caps.
yeah,
Aw,
we're having
nice.
this moment, and Trent's like, everybody gather around. How are we going to swindle these parents out of this?
um, in any case, I would be very interested. I'm very interested in talking to Val'terra. Maybe if we could get some aid from that quarter, she might have a better idea of how we can actually proceed. And
Waldos, I see that
What?
you've made your way to the forest. I wasn't expecting to see you here. And behind you is Val'terra, and she.
Easy then. Never
See,
mind.
I told y'all it would be
All right.
simple.
Fine. All right, fine.
Leaf, I'm sorry that I'm late for our lunch. I had to attend to some gruesome killings recently. It's fine.
Aren't you glad we didn't stab people in the street for money now?
I mean, speak for
Trent-
yourself.
Mind cogs are turning okay, but maybe we could talk her into something.
I just turn around, offer her a stuffed mushroom cap.
Wow, this is quite different than what our lunches normally entail. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah, and
My name is Bethany Brandywine, by the way.
She's teaching us how to cook this. Isn't that great? Yes, quite.
It's all about finding the flavors and just kind of making sure it kind of melts together. Now, it can be a bit bland, and you got to experiment here and there, and you're gonna fail. You're gonna
So,
fail a lot.
I've heard you six have angered Val'terra quite a lot lately,
Woo!
huh?
There's 5 of us.
Yeah.
Aurora's face turns a little bit red.
Oh, are you counting Ophelia here as the 6th one?
What kind of creature is that? I've never seen one of that before. I mean, all of you are very unique, but
Oh, Ophelia gets a bunch of little berries.
It's a rat.
Is it
Elegant.
one of your companions?
Yes.
He's a valued member of the party.
Does it understand
Valued
common?
member of the party. What?
She understands yogurt.
I see. Okay then.
I
I'll have to ask you what this yogurt is later.
She does do tricks. Make her do the thing. You know.
No.
Yeah.
I like dig through my bag and I find like this little like set that I have that involves like a little tightrope and like a little hoop.
rat
I'm
trick.
like, okay, and I have like a yogurt thing at the like hoop, and then she hops up on the little tightrope and then walks across it and then jumps through the
Emma has
hoop.
like completely forgotten about the food and is just looking
Oh
at
yeah,
the rat.
absolutely.
Leaf is more like, okay, but
Bert-
I'm still taking notes on the food, but I guess it's kind of interesting.
And then I get
Also just staring like, wow.
We're doing rat tricks for God.
Aurora's like clapping.
and then the little rat, she stands up on her little hind legs and she does a little bow.
Oh, she's so
Oh.
cute. An integral party member, Ophelia.
Well, that was quite amusing, and your companion is quite skilled.
Yes, she is very talented.
Anyways, I've been meaning to talk to you if you could find the time.
That's quite the coincidence.
We
'cause I've
have
been
a
meaning
whole
to
week.
Talk to you.
We have one whole week before we get booted out. How good of standing are you with the other guy?
You have a whole week? He didn't. If you angered him so much, he didn't just kill you?
Well, that's the thing.
We were promised safe passage before we came.
And
I
It's
believe-
technically only two of us that angered him, and I'm kind of his daughter.
Leaf has a fist and walks over and punches a tree. Just so unfair. And Val'terra is like, yes, well, I suggest that you utilize his mercy while he still has it.
And we shall.
So I have a feeling that this is not the type of man that does not follow through on his threats.
That is an accurate assessment. I would very much say that you must leave by the end of the week.
I don't think we were really intending on spending too much more time.
No, I guess we've got like a world to warn. Actually, they
you-
probably already know. It's probably too late.
It's probably
At
Yeah.
risk of pissing off another god within less than 24 hours.
Go on.
Just to be clear, are you for or against the subjugation and destruction of the people of Val'terra?
By the nature of my being, I cannot be against anything Val'terra wants, but if you were asking what I would do of my own free will, I would
Yes.
certainly do things differently. I would do everything differently.
Now, see, this is the interesting point. Because as far as our understanding, our side has seen a similar pickle.
Really? That's
It seems not everyone agrees with Rodden.
that is both good to hear and sad. Yeah.
And I think it's unclear. Some of them might be like sequestered somewhere. Like,
A lot of his followers are fascist jerks.
yeah,
So I'm getting the idea that a lot of Val'terra's followers are also fascist jerks. So like,
Rodden
it just
and
seems like two
Val'terra.
egos butting heads at this point. But it's like,
I wouldn't dare let them hear this, but Rodden and Val'terra are cut from the same cloth. They are very clearly brothers.
yeah,
They are brothers.
Yes, all
So-
of the sun systems are children.
it is true
of it.
what he said. In either case, it was not just lies that Rodin as is awful as they claim he was.
Rodin has an interesting worldview. He has motives for his desire for power that makes sense, but his methods of achieving that are ghastly.
Hmm. Can I step off real quick? Y'all can keep going. But
Yeah.
I will be...
Yeah, we figured as much.
The Rodin that is taught of on Val'terra, even I know some of us in this party do not have sympathetic light for any of his followers in any case. But I promise you, none of those atrocities. We have our own sins, but
That's a word.
you get a second, like a death glare, and then she continues. We have our own sins, but I would not say that they are beyond redemption or that this is the Rodin that has been taught about on Val'terra.
Well, I know Val'terra, and I can say with certainty that those of us in secondary or tertiary positions share more of a kinship than the so-called family of sons.
Now,
Family
there's
of
another thing
sons.
that a lot of people here on this world, y'all seem to know a lot about other worlds and stars.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that
But like they
Belithon
know
has done his
they're
best.
there.
Belithon has done his best to inspire his people to a certain truth about other places. He has done a lot to slander Loizan.
Yeah.
Sorry, Val'terra, which is unfortunate. I wish I could see Val'terra.
But what more I'm getting at is how, like I've said a few times today, is that like we don't know any of that shit back home.
We have
Rodin,
limited.
I guess that makes sense. Rodin hasn't been home to be able to cultivate a certain narrative into his followers. So you're saying those on Val'terra do not even know of the other gods or places?
Not at all.
This is very concerning.
Which also brings, I suppose, us to the point that I brought up earlier, is that maybe we add Valzen to this list, but it seems Rodin is our problem, our primary problem here. And we're thinking, or at least I am thinking, of figuring out a way to deal with that
Rodin may be your primary
directly.
problem, but I will say that the issues that brought Rodin to the state are very real. But it should be for the gods to worry about, not for you. I'm sorry that they have failed you.
Yeah, well, it seems it's kind of become our problem now.
Sorry about that, guys.
You good?
What?
Oh, you said 1 second?
Oh, I said sorry about that, guys.
Oh.
And I'm
You
wondering.
said Rodin has, sorry,
No, go ahead.
reasonable motives. Do you know what those are? Maybe.
Well, I haven't been at the gathering of the sons, but from what I hear, there are those that lost grasp of their followers. And when a god loses grasp of their followers, it's not pretty.
So just a quick question about these sons. Are they sons like S-U-N, or are they sons like S-O-N, or are they sons like both? Is it like a double
Yeah, it's kind of
entendre?
confusing.
The god. I can assume the gods in association with these system sons. Is that right?
Are they all men?
They're all sons. Not all of them are men.
Oh, okay.
In fact, their mother, Asteri, is a woman.
Scary.
Were we
Wait,
about
hold on,
to-
hold on,
were
hold
we-
on,
were we
hold
about to
on,
have-
hold on.
were we
Yeah.
about to have a problem with the gender of the gods?
Is Aurora going through a
Wait,
brain blast?
hold on. Asteri. You
Yeah.
said
I know that
Asteri.
name. It was. Hold on.
Yeah, it
Who
sounds
the
familiar.
fuck was she?
She is the mother of gods? What can you tell me about her?
She is the goddess
And
of the stars. She gave the suns their power. First with Raden, then Velizan, and then with the rest. But unfortunately, whenever issues rose up with other of the sun's gods, she did not act with the same forcefulness that Raden and Velizan wanted, which they took issue with that. So Raden took his power grab, was able to surprise the other sun gods, do something to Asteri, I know not what, and attack Velizan to secure his place as the top sun.
Then
Wait. Max, remind me.
Yeah.
Asteri was the one in the cage, wasn't she?
yeah.
and I think
You know, I think your boys have her in a cage of some sort. I have
Asteri lives?
yeah, that's right. You had your thing.
saddest sense of the word.
Well, that is relieving. I do not know how Raden has taken her power, but if she lives, perhaps we can take it back one day.
I think.
But I pray
So-
not it doesn't fall into Velizan's hands, honestly.
So
So
sounds
they've
to
got
me.
their mother in a cage.
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
So then sounds to me like we gotta have a conversation with dear old grandma.
Yeah. Oh, good. We're gonna go rescue Grandma.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
This is in character.
Okay. Yes.
I do have a question, Val'terra. When Val'terra called Miss Bethany here his daughter, how literal was that? How is that?
By the way, roasted squash is ready. Here, come on.
What are you guys talking about? Let's eat. Hello? Quiet, Emma. We've got some grave business to attend to.
We're interrupting this conversation.
How
Don't want to
literal
have
was
this.
In the same sense that Asteri has borne the sons, one of the sons can bore other children. That does not necessarily mean that they are beholden to each other in the same way that I am beholden to Valzen and Zelivan. Oh my gosh. Velizan. But it does mean that there is a connection, no matter how faint.
And it is the same with all of and she's kind of just like had her wings out casually, but she once again like draws attention to them by moving them a bit with all Astamar.
Essentially.
Water. Self-COVID.
The holdover gods is very strong. Velizan has a very tight leash on me. Asteri could have a very tight leash on her children, but she chose not to, which led to her downfall. And but when it comes to mortals, it's different. Very different.
Yeah, it sort of seems like we're just when it comes to like myths and gods. Well, I guess not really myths. Looking at the actual gods, it does seem that
Yeah.
our concepts of reproduction, I hate that idea of that, is not quite the same. So I don't know if there's anything.
Yes, I mean, I don't know about Miss Bethany, but I do have a father and a mother that are mortal. What? What?
Nothing. Go
Don't worry
on.
What happened?
Don't worry
Did I say-
about it.
Don't worry about it.
It's good. Just go
Fortuna's
back and
being
watch the VOD. It's
crude
fine.
in the back of the. Fortuna's being crude, like behind everybody. But like,
Yes.
but like behind like Bethany and Aurora, but like Trent sees it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
Trent and Birch both see me do it.
Oh no. I have a mortal mother and father that I know.
That is part of the reason why the connection is sparser. Yes, it's not a direct lineage like it is with gods between gods. It's more of as if a part of you was raised, then all of you was raised entirely from this power.
Okay. I don't
I-
think we need any more on this topic. I think
Right, we have more important matters.
we have other questions.
Yeah, like how to stop like a worldwide genocide.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Save Asteri sounds nice and simple, but I don't think it's gonna be quite so much.
Yeah, I can.
I am good at like stabbing things, but that does not translate to like talking to gods,
Well,
saving gods.
I doubt that I am the only one who is not like who I'm chained to. And maybe if Asteri still had some sort of power, I don't know. It's all really complicated, but there must be something that we can do.
You need a connection to her?
Bypassing the connection to my father instead. Maybe that might work.
So what if like
Elaborate.
we were
I've got
to
some kind of
say-
weird connection with the Starry and who was the others? Naomi was there. Who else was there?
Yes,
Who
you're
else was
there?
weird. I'm surprised. I was
Found other
surprised
gods
actually that you
sympathetic.
are not with Val'terra, considering you have his symbol on your hands.
Well, you see, that
Oh,
is
that's
a
a story.
That's a long and complicated one.
yeah.
But you're saying
You
that
see,
it has,
this was not a choice.
you're saying that it has magical properties?
Oh, I have no idea.
It does. We've seen it a few
Oh.
times.
Yes.
Let me just.
Did Bethany have something to say? Sorry, I kind of interrupted you.
No, I was just bringing up the like
If we found other sympathetic?
yeah,
Right.
if like you're clearly with our cause, like what if we were to find other like-minded tertiary secondary deities and maybe even a couple of the other stars?
Yes, that's what I was saying. What I know of at least Val'terra 3,000 years ago is that she is in a similar position to me.
And like I don't know how much my word is. I don't know if my word's worth a little more than some of us others,
Perhaps
being what I am.
your
but-
divine nature does lead for them to know that you have more stake in this than most mortals. Or more power in this, rather.
I mean, I got told all this kind of all the stories and such as a kid. I know all the great adventures and such.
Oh yeah, but basically, I started a cult to a god that I thought was dead.
There it is.
I see.
We're all in a bit of different kind of like flavors of hot water, as it were.
Well, in a way, everyone is, no matter their planet.
Yes, but some of us we are in some particularly
I do not
boring.
envy you for being enemies of Val'terra currently.
Well, not me. I'm just involved, but
I don't
You
think
know.
that he makes much
Why?
distinction, but you carry on as you will.
talk.
Yes, we are still. I am still a little curious about your relationship with the mans that, kind of tortured me a little bit.
Luther? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Luther. Well, as far as I
Are
know,
you talking
Luther's
about the off-worlder who created the portal?
Yes, that's the one.
I have as much connection to him as I do to you. He mostly deals with Val'terra. I am not really present in these situations. I'm mostly
Yeah, I think that his original intention was to turn me into the portal.
I see.
especially after you scammed him. So
It went fine for a while.
this guy's fine for a while.
Wait, so you think that you might have been the first portal or something?
Wait.
Right.
You said
Actually,
how did
oh,
this
sorry.
tattoo have connection to the gods? Did you say? You said it had. Was it to Val'terra?
No. Right? No, it wasn't. It was like I was seeing the other gods, not through his eyes.
That could be
Yeah.
something. That could be a lot of something. Here, let me have your hands. And she comes forward. And she holds her hands out. Be not afraid, I will not hurt you.
If I had a piece of gold for every time somebody told me that, I would not be here. I would not have started a cult.
You can trust her. She's very, very kind and she won't hurt you.
Okay.
I trust her.
Give my hands.
Yes, listen to me beaten.
Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah. So she takes your hands and she starts closing her eyes and focusing, and she goes into a deep trance almost. And the rest of you guys can continue talking, and I'll list the other two characters if something happens. But
Okay.
So, real important, you don't want an open flame. You want to get it right down to the coals. Still smoldering?
Sorry. Just a side note, but Aurora has put her wings.
Yeah, Trent is like as bored as fucking possible watching Bethany, like trying to.
and she opens
Wait.
up her eyes real quickly. Val'terra does. You, the other Asimar. I never got your name.
Which one?
The one that child of Val'terra.
Oh, Aurora.
She hesitates for a good second.
Your presence, it reminds me of her. Do you have a connection to Asteri?
I am not completely sure.
Well,
But I believe so, yes.
there's one way to find out. Come here, take our hands.
Oh.
Yes, let's just get.
One of you better be buying me dinner.
No, it's more like all hands in the center, like holding each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I focus on
Aurora did not introduce herself.
Yeah, I didn't get the name.
I can record. There's something else, something fainter there, but really far away. I don't know if. And suddenly the lights around you all light up. The lights. If a bright light affiliates you all, everyone, including
Trent like
and Leaf.
screams for a second. Like,
And
no.
You find yourself elsewhere.
Oh! In a vision, probably.
Where's elsewhere?
Well,
all of us?
Yes, all of us.
Oh.
including affiliate.
Including affiliate, yes. Fortuna does kind of recognize this place because she recognizes Asteri and Naomi in the jail cell.
Naomi's also in a jail cell?
No, Naomi is not in the jail cell at all. And
Oh.
Birch recognizes the weightlessness that they feel. It feels like home.
Yay!
And Asteri looks up surprised. And it's like, Val'terra? Fortuna? Or Astra?
Astra is just staring, and she looks like her face has gone even paler than normal, and she looks like her mind is racing, like she had a million things she was going to say, and they all just left.
Okay, and I
Oh, you pronounce her name too.
And I think that's a good place to stop for tonight. And it's a little bit
Hi,
early.
Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, I didn't sign up for this, but
That's right.
I brought company.
Her name is Hi, Grandma.
Yeah, that's already total.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll be live next Sunday, barring any holiday nonsense, of course.
Yeah.
And
Wait, what is Sunday?
Yeah,
we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.
Fine.
not Christmas.
All right, everyone
Not
say bye real
Christmas.
quick.
Not Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
Nerds.
Bye.